Hi and welcome to my video, and today we will install Oracle Database 19c on Windows. Okay, here is the agenda. We'll see how to download the Oracle Database software. We're going to extract it and run the installer. We're going to install the software only. After that, we will create the listener and we will create the database and we will do some testing. Then we're going to download SQL Developer and test the connectivity using SQL Developer. So let's get started. To install Oracle Database 19c, first you need to download Oracle from oracle.com. So you can go to Google and search for Oracle Database. And for example, Oracle Database C download for Windows. You click on the first one here. You need to create a login in Oracle website. It's free. Once it's done, you can go and click on this link here. This file, it's about 3 or 2.9, or we can say it's 3 gigabyte. It's a huge file. So you need to download that. After that, you need some requirement for your server or for your desktop. I will install it on Windows Server 2022. It's fully supported. The requirement, at least I need 8 gigabytes of RAM, and I need from 10 to 15 gigabyte free disk space. Of course, you need administrator rights to install Oracle, and it's recommended to have the static IP address and the host name as well, defined in your DNS server, for example. The installation need or requires .NET Framework 3.5. So to install that, I have this command here. So it's a PowerShell command, or you can do it from your control panel and install .NET Framework. Let me copy that and try it. So I get an error enabling .NET Framework. This is a classic error, especially when Windows refuses to enable .NET Framework 3.5. Let me give you another command to run to enable the framework .NET. So to enable the .NET Framework, especially when you have internet on the server, we need to run this command. It's this command here. Let me copy that. DISM /online /enable feature /feature name netfx3 all. Let's try it. It seems it's enabling the feature now and installing it. As you can see, it's in progress. This will take time to be downloaded and installed on your server. Be patient, eh? The .NET Framework 3.5 is installed. Let's check the installation. Oh, that command gave me a long list about a lot of features. Look for netfx.3 and it's enabled. All right, let's start with the first step. So the first step, there is a lot of tasks. We're going to start with creating these folders here. You need to create the base folder and the home folder and also aura data and aura admin. This command, so just creating folders here. Okay. All right. So some errors here because these folders already exist. I already created those folders. As you can see here in C, I have Oracle, admin, Aura data, and product. Inside product, there is a subfolder, your Oracle database version, and DB home. This is where we're gonna extract the zip file. So locate the file that you downloaded from oracle.com, right click on it. If you have WinZip or 7-zip, it depends on the tool you're gonna use it, but use this one here. I'm using 7-zip. Use this method. So extract files and check this one here and check this option here and go and check the path. So we need to go to the go to your host, not user. So to C drive, go to Oracle product DB, select here, select the DB home. All right. This is where you want to extract your zip file. And as I said, and check this one here because it's gonna extract with this name here. So I don't want that name inside this folder here. So just to repeat here, the downloaded file, select it, right click and zip file, select this location where you want to unzip this zip content here. It's already done. Let me show you the content. It's a huge file. It's around 3 gigabytes. It's going to take time, few minutes. I don't want to waste your time. So I did it. And here is the zip file extracted here. All right. So the next step. So as I said, the next step we will run the installer. We can go to C Oracle product 19C DB home underscore one, and I'm gonna run the setup, and we follow the instructions. So now let's start installing Oracle database. Go to the folder where you extracted the zip file. In my case, I extracted that in Oracle product 19C DB home. As you can see, this is the installer. We're gonna start installing Oracle. So right click on it and start as an admin, or if you are an administrator, that's okay. Just double click on the file. I will choose to set up the software only. You can, there is no harm if you want to create the whole package. Just install the software, create database, create the listener, but I will do that myself. So I want to first to set up the software, then create the listener manually and create the database manually as well. Select setup software only, click next. We'll select single instance database installation, click next. So I will choose or keep the enterprise edition. This is for Oracle 19C Enterprise Edition. Is a self-managing database that has the scalability, performance, high availability, and so on. I will go for this one here. Now I will use the virtual account, or you can also use your Windows account. If you choose this one, you're going to use your account to log on to Oracle. But I want to create or use the virtual account. And the system asks you where is the the Oracle base. So you need to click Browse and select the Oracle base. As you can see here, the software location, it's here. So C colon Oracle backslash product backslash 19C backslash DB home underscore 1. Well, I will click Browse. Can go here on C drive, Oracle. I already create uh, a folder called admin. Select that and click next. So ready to install the software. You can save the response file if you want to use a silent installation later. It's up to you. So you just click at the bottom here, save response file, and give it a name and save it. And just review and click install. The installation is finished. Just click on close. Now, after that, after the software is installed, let's create the listener. So you can go to this location and run the netca. It's the network configuration assistant. So let's go there. I will head up to bin folder. And from here, I can double click or just, I prefer to run that from the command line. It's netca.bat file. Hit enter. So select listener configuration. This is the first time I'm going to create a listener. Hit next. So they will add new one. I prefer to add suffix here or prefix. So for example, listener, I will call it for dev or prod or as you want. I prefer to add something that to remember because you can create many listeners on the same machine. Click next. Keep the protocol by default. I will keep the port if this port is already in use. So what you need to do, you need to select this option here and enter a new free port. This is a new machine, so I will keep the default one, 1521. Would you like to configure another one? No, I just want to create one. And the system starts creating the listener and configure it and start it. So click finish and it's done. The next step is to create the database. In the same location, I mean in the bin folder, just run the command dbca.bat. dbca.bat and press enter. It doesn't matter, it's caps lock here or lowercase. We are on Windows. Uh, so we need to create a new database. If you already have a database, the system will ask you want to configure, delete. Well, for my case here, I just create a new one. Click next. You can choose typical configuration, but I prefer advanced. Advanced that give you more options. This one here is going to take some stuff by default. That's I don't like. I prefer to have the advanced configuration. Click next. So as we took the advanced, now the system asking to choose a lot of stuff. So the type of the database, it's Oracle single. You can check here what kind of instance you have here. And it's for general purpose. That's okay. Click next. So here you need to configure the service ID and SID, and also do you need a pluggable database or not. In my case, I don't want any pluggable database. And for the global name, for example, this is for a dev environment. I will call it dev db, for example. Okay. And you can name it as you like. It could be prod. For example, it could be if it's for an ERP, I can say ERP DB, yeah, and so on. So it's up to you. Give it a name. In my case, it's dev environment, and I add an extension here, DB. Click next. So here I will choose use the following storage attribute. I already created the Oracle Aura data folder. So let the system take this one. I will choose this one here. Okay. I will not. I don't need the fast recovery area. It's just for testing and for their environment, and also for the archiving. I don't want to enable that. Click next. As you can see here, this installer detects that there is one listener is up and running, the one that we installed before. So I love that. So it's already selected. Otherwise, you can create a new one. I will keep the default here and click next. Here where we can limit or choose a lot of memory stuff like SGA, PGA. I will keep the default for the moment. For the sizing here as well, the interesting thing and recommended that to check if the AL32 UTF-8 is selected. And I prefer also to install the sample database to do some testing. This is optional. If it's production, you don't need to install this sample database. Click next. So keep the default for this for the enterprise manager access. Here you can enter a password for each of these accounts or use only one password for all of them. If it's a production, I prefer to give each account a separate password, strong password. I will use this one just a dev, so I'm gonna use this one for dev. Well, Oracle recommend to use a strong password. Click next. I just put a weak password. Just a dev. Are you sure I continue? Yes. So the system will create the database. That's okay. I will keep the default here. Also, you can go here and customize a lot of path and storage locations. So I will keep the default for the moment. If you're going to see, for example, this is where you're going to save the logs and the reader logs and so on. And I will keep the default. Let Oracle manage that. Before you click finish, just review all the information you entered. And if it's okay, click finish. Otherwise, click back and modify it. I will save this. In all this information will be saved in response file in case I want to use silent installation later, for example. And click finish, and the system start installing or creating the database. This part here takes time. I will pause the video and come back when it's finished. So the database is created. Installation finish. I will click close. So now let's check and validate our installation. So the first thing, let's check the listener. To check the listener, if it's running or not, type the command lsnr ctl and status. You can add listener name because we have only one. So we're gonna just type status. As you can see, the alias of the listener is listener underscore dev, and it's running. The status, the command completed successfully. And as you can see here, the port it's 1521. And the database or the service name dev db is ready and for the connection. So our listener is up and running. You can start the service like this, lsenrctl stop, or you can start the service the same thing. Status to check the status for the service. Now let's do the TNS ping. Our database, it's devdb. So I am able to ping. It's pingable. So I have a response and I have an OK here status. The database is up and running. Now let's try to connect. SQL Plus. I will connect as a sysdba. Sysdba. We are. So our Oracle is installed and is ready to use. It's the version 19.3. Let me run this to check the status of the database. Select name and open underscore mode from v dollar database. Our database is ready and read and write. Sorry, the open mode is read and write. So now we can start creating, adding new schemas, tables, and so on. I will use the simple database schema we installed, HR. I have this script to check the user HR. When you create or install that sample database, the HR schema and the user is locked by default. So we need to unlock that user first and change the password as well. To unlock the user, the command is alter user HR, the name of the user, identified by set a password. I will just put HR lowercase. Account, I want to unlock it. Like that. So let me again run the command here. Paste it again. Select the user and account status from dbca underscore users, where username equal HR. I wanted the status of this user. Now is open, and let's try to connect with this user. So it's SQL plus HR, the username, password, and the host name. Okay, you can use the IP address. I am on the machine itself, on the server, so I don't need to type the ad and the host name and the port. Let's try this. We are. So I am able to connect. I will check some data in this schema. So let's run the command select tables from user underscore tables. I am connected as this user, and I want to check how many tables or list all the tables belong to this user. Here we are. We have regions, location, department, jobs, and so on. Let me check one of them. Select, for example, start from regions. We are. So our installation is good. So we installed the software first. After that, we created the listener. And after that, we created the database. And now we are validating everything is working fine. The listener is up, the database is created, and I am able to connect with a user. The next step is to check the SQL Developer. We're going to check the connectivity by SQL Developer. For SQL Developer, you need to download it. So you can go to oracle.com and you can download SQL Developer. It's a free software. Or go to Google and search for SQL Developer. So in Google search, type SQL Developer download. Click the first link with www.oracle.com. When you click on the link, you will end up in this page. It's a free software. You don't need to set up any account to get the software. So there is two versions of SQL Developer for Windows. So we have Windows with GDK included and Windows without the Java. So it's better to download the one include Java. And if you download this one, you need to set up the GDK by yourself. You need to configure it and put all the variables and the system variables and so on. I will download this one. I already download that. It's around 555 megabytes. It's already downloaded. So once you download the file, just right click on the zip file and extract here and choose extract here. It's already extracted. Let me run that software. So go inside the folder SQL Developer. You have this file here, SQL Developer.exe. Just double click on it. You need to be patient. It's a little bit huge software. It's going to take a few minutes or few seconds to upload or to open in the first time. But after that will be faster. This is the Oracle Developer, SQL Developer interface. So click here to create a new connection. I will call it, for example, the dev connection. I change the color. Prefer to have green or another color. Let's show the color will display it here. It's Oracle. Well, I will connect with HR user. I will create two connections, one with HR, another one with sysdba. And I prefer to put the IP address, or you can use, if you have a static host name or the DNS is fully configured, just put the host name or fully qualified host name. You can connect using SID or service name. Let's try this. Our SID, it's dev.db. Once you enter all this information, just click test. Here we are. So we have the status here is equals success. I am able to connect with HR user. Now save it and connect. You can see it's here in green. Just expand this node here. Okay, I didn't save the password, so I need to put that again. As you can see, when you expand your connection, you can see the list of tables here. Here, I can select, for example, the jobs table from here, or you can, for example, select or write just write, or you can write, as I said, select start from the table jobs, select your statement and run the statement here. Here we are. Here's the output. The same thing, you can right click on that, select table, or you can select open here. Then you can do a lot of stuff, or to modify, to add fields, and to do a lot of admin stuff here. I am interested in the data. Click on the data, and you can see I have data. Now let's connect using the sysdba. The same thing, we're going to create a new connection. I will call it dev admin. I will put a red color because this will be the sysdba. Admin can do a lot of stuff. I hope I remember the password. So it's important you click on the role and change from default to sysdba. Type the password if you don't want the system ask you again to put that password. I will put the IP address again here. You can put your host name or fully qualified domain. Let's try this, devdb test. So let me change the service name to SID. It's devdb. Let's check. We have sysdba, the password, IP address correct, the port, and SID. Check now. Invalid username or password. I think my Oracle user password, I need to change that and get back. Let me change it. Oh, let's try again. I changed the password. Yep, it was the password. And I put the color red here. I connected as a sysdba. Let me save this and connect. As you can see here, you're gonna see more stuff than the other one. When you connect with the HR, for example here, let's check other users. Yeah, so look at the tables here. I filtered by the user connected to this database. I'm connected to HR. It's gonna just list me the tables or schema this user has permission to access. There it is. So everything is working fine. So we created the software, we created the listener, created the DB, we checked the connection from the command line, we checked the listener, and now we tried to connect with the SQL Developer. From here, you can create tables, delete tables, you can do anything you need if you have permission to do that. So thank you very much, and see you in next video. And please, if you like it, subscribe, and you can leave a comment. That will help me. Thank you very much.